Get 3 months of local news for just 99 cents a month. You'll get unlimited access to the news you need to stay engaged and connected to your community. Visit duluthnewstribune.com/subscribe now to get 3 months of local news for only 99 cents a month.
Hello, Northlanders. It's Wednesday, February 1st. I'm Dan Williamson with your Duluth News Tribune Minutes, presented by Minnesota Power Employees Credit Union.
The average MPECU member saves over $785 a year in better rates and lower fees. And with MPECU, every ATM is your ATM. With their free checking program, you get ATM fee reimbursements at any ATM anywhere in the U.S. Check out Minnesota Power Employees Credit Union services online at mpecu.com or visit their offices in downtown Duluth, Arrowhead Road, or Miller Trunk Highway.
Now here's a look at today's headlines. Keith Eiley's dog stopped a few feet short of the John Beargrease Sled Dog Marathon finish line, a fluorescent orange spray-painted line in the snow. After a bit of coaxing, the 8 dogs finally pulled Eiley of Ray, Minnesota, and his sled across the line at about 2:59 p.m., winning the nearly 300-mile race.
Oh, feels good. Feels really good. Tired, but I feel good. I wasn't quite expecting it to win this year because most of these dogs, except one, have never finished a long race before. So it wasn't quite the fastest dog team in the world, but it was really steady. But when you have a steady dog team like that, that takes a lot of patience to slow them down for the first half so you can take advantage of the second half. So that's basically what happened.
Eiley managed to take the lead after catching up to defending Beargrease champion Ryan Anderson late Monday. Anderson was leading the race at the time. Anderson, who left the last checkpoint 12 minutes behind Eiley with 9 dogs, finished about 8 minutes after Eiley.
First half went smooth and the second half didn't. A lot of challenges the second half to overcome, but that's why it's a race.
Sarah Kiefer finished in third with 10 dogs about 42 minutes after Eiley finished. The marathon began Sunday at Billy's in Duluth and followed snowmobile trails along the North Shore and Gunflint Trail. It finished along Lake Superior at the Grand Portage Lodge and Casino. This year's race began in frigid conditions and was often run through below zero temperatures. But when the sun came up Tuesday, so did temperatures. The high in Grand Portage reached 10 degrees. And it wasn't too warm for the dogs, which thrive running in sub-zero conditions. Chum, which operates Duluth's largest homeless shelter, rarely turns anyone away, but the organization's executive director, John Cole, said it has been a challenge to find space for the growing number of people in need of a safe, warm place to spend the night. From 2021 to 2022 alone, Chum's occupancy grew by 27%. The shelter has 80 beds. However, Chum also makes its attached drop-in center available as overflow space for folks in need, and it often has up to another 70 people spending the evening there wherever they can find a spot, whether that's in a chair or on the floor. The nonprofit has received a $2 million federal appropriation to boost the size of its facility. Yet those federal funds won't cover even half the anticipated project cost, and Chum is seeking an additional $2.5 million from the state of Minnesota. Chum has about 10,700 square feet of space. If it can obtain the financial resources it needs, that could grow by roughly another 10,000 square feet. That expansion would provide for far better accommodations for Chum's clientele, but would also ensure support staff have the space they need, said Cole. More than half of shelter guests self-report substance abuse problems, and about 75% struggle with mental health issues, driving a need for support services on site. Chum used to require its guests to arrive sober, but that barrier was removed in 2018. While guests are not allowed to use drugs or alcohol on premises, those who arrive under the influence are allowed to stay as long as they behave. The expansion likely will take 18 to 24 months to complete. An Iron Range man was arrested Tuesday morning after allegedly threatening to commit a shooting at the Duluth International Airport. The Duluth Police Department said the 51-year-old Virginia man was apparently suffering from a, quote, mental health issue, end quotes, when the incident was reported at approximately 8:30 a.m. Officers arrived on the scene and set up a perimeter, but the suspect had already left the airport by that time. Police said they were conducting an initial investigation when the man returned to the airport and was arrested without incidents. He was being held at the St. Louis County Jail on a preliminary charge of threats of violence. The News Tribune generally does not identify suspects until they are formally charged. Now here's your forecast, brought to you by the News Tribune's 20 Under 40 Awards.
Duluth weather forecast partly sunny today with a high temperature in the lower teens, west wind around 5 to 15. By far the nicest day of the rest of the week. A few snow showers coming in tonight, becoming blustery and turning much colder. Temperatures dropping to the upper single digits and then continuing to fall through the day on Thursday. Northwest winds around 20, gusting as high as 30 miles an hour Thursday. Down to about 20 below by Friday morning. Winds slowly diminishing. Friday's high around 0. Then it gets a little blustery again Friday night into Saturday, but that will bring some warmer temps by Sunday. I'm Storm Tracker meteorologist John Wheeler.
Thank you to the 20 Under 40 Awards for their support. Now is your chance to nominate someone younger than 40 who's making a positive impact in our Northlands. Nominations are open through February 28th. Submit yours at duluthnewstribune.com/20under40. Reporting for today's episode was done by Jimmy Lovren, Wyatt Buckner, Laura Butterbrodt, Peter Passy, and Tom Olson. Thank you for listening to the Duluth News Tribune Minutes. Have a great day, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.